What's up, guys? Welcome back to Brewer Off-Road. Today we're going to talk about how to wheelie your quad. In my opinion, wheelies can be broken down into 3 different categories: beginner, intermediate, and expert. In this video, I'm going to show all the different types of wheelies that I've used to build up to what I can do today. As a beginner, I think all your wheelies should start in first gear. This type of wheelie is a standing wheelie with your left foot in the grab bar and your right foot sitting on the back brake. In this position, you have a lot more weight towards the back of the quad, allowing you to pop the front end up easily. This type of wheelie is really good for practicing the balance point of a wheelie. The next wheelie, in my opinion, is a standing wheelie. For a standing wheelie, I like to lock my legs and my arms that I'm sitting back as far as I can to help bring the front end up. It's important in a standing wheelie, just like the wheelie before, to keep your right foot close to your back brake so you can bring the front end down if you get too far back. The next step for beginners is to get comfortable sitting down on the quad and popping wheelies. This could be done by sitting back violently and jerking up on the bars while goosing the throttle to bring the front end up. But the most important part is to stay sitting back. People will pop the front end up and then lean forwards because they're uncomfortable and feel like they're going to fall off the quad. But the worst case scenario is this right here. The quad stands all the way back and you just have to step off. Once you feel good about these 3 wheelies, perform a little checklist to make sure you're ready to move on to intermediate. Stop the quad and use only the clutch and the power of the quad to pop a wheelie. Stay seated back and make sure that you're comfortable on the back of the quad. Next, pop a few wheelies and make sure your foot is by the back brake and you can slam that front end down whenever you want. These next 2 wheelies, I use the clutch to lower the front end of the quad. A lot of people like this better because it's easier to control with your hand than grab the brake with your foot. However, I don't feel that it brings the front end down near fast enough for me. Once you can perform those wheelies and that checklist, you're ready to move on to intermediate.
Do the tricycle one.
What?
Do the sideways one.
What one?
In a circle. The tricycle one.
Bicycle?
Yeah.
I'm not teaching that.
Okay.
Before we move on to intermediate, if you'd like to learn how to do the bicycle trick, shout out in the comments below and I can do that too. The key to riding intermediate wheelies, in my opinion, is being able to shift gears during a wheelie. This wheelie I go from first to second and then to third. The key to shifting in a wheelie is get to the balance point, shift the gear, and as it comes down, throttle up, get it back to the balance point, and you'll be ready to shift again. The next wheelie is a standing wheelie in higher gears. This could be anything above first gear all the way to your top gear. Then I would say the wheelie after that would be sitting down, moving to standing up, and then standing up, moving back to sitting down, so that you can adjust to the terrain. Next are expert wheelies. This is where you just apply everything you've learned and get creative.
Can't get it.
I wanted to show you guys what it was like from a beginner's standpoint. This is my little brother who barely knows how to use a clutch and has ridden this four-wheeler maybe twice in his life and just around the yard. He uses some of the principles I taught in this video and tries to pop some wheelies.
That's good. That is his first wheelie he's ever actually rode on that four-wheeler. Not the first nice one. Back. He needs to get his foot by his back brake, because if he gets up too high, it's going to screw him. He's not even. See, he's getting a little far back, but he's doing a good job of letting off the throttle a little bit, and so it starts to come back down on him. The bad thing about doing it in first gear is that'll happen right there. I was waiting on that.